Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Russell, AmbeRussell. Make sure you guys subscribe to the show at the top or at the bottom. Thumbs up the video and comment at the bottom as well. And this video is about the shooting in Connecticut. I'm from Connecticut. I live there right now. Go to school in Connecticut. And very tragic thing that happened. I wanted to make sure I got all the information correct and be able to see what really happened and see what's going on with the kid that decided to do this and all that stuff. And so the stories have always been changing, but now here's the thing. He was autistic. He had a form of autism, maybe Asperger or something like that. And his mom was a teacher, possibly first grade, kindergarten. She was like a teacher aide or something like that. And basically he was just really much of an outcast. He was very antisocial because of the disease. That's what it makes him. It makes him become very, non-sociable with other people, whatever. And so, I got a hat on. Hats don't fit my face right. But, he was very upset, and his parents went through a divorce in '08, I believe. His dad moved to Stamford, Connecticut, and his mom had all these guns because she was preparing for the end of the world. And to me, it just seems as though this kid was, he had a couple screws loose, and then just the stuff just kept making it worse and worse. His mom was taking him to gun ranges. I just think that this whole situation could have been solved if someone actually stepped in and took him into counseling. And people have this thing, it's a huge debate right now between gun control, but to me, even if gun control was taken more harshly, or there's more, implements or whatever put in to make it so people couldn't be able to get guns so easily, it wouldn't matter because his mom had all the guns in her house. Maybe if she made it more easy, made it more tougher for him to get to them, yeah, but he still would have been this kid with these problems. That's the big issue. He had all these mental issues going on with him. He was upset about the divorce. His mom, I guess, was bugging him or like on his case, and very made it seem as though he was very needy when he really wasn't. He was very antisocial. When the kids were talking about him from his high school, they were calling him weird, all this stuff, and a lot of people didn't even remember him, and so maybe he's doing this for attention. But this kid, a couple of issues I see going on. Besides the most big issue was the shooting that he did. None of those people deserve to lose their lives. Mainly the kids were about between 6 and 7 years old, first graders. A couple of teachers got shot and killed. To me, one thing that needs to be changed is the way how we handle mental issues, mental health in this country. This kid was going around perfectly normal, but he really wasn't. There was something wrong with him besides for his illness that he had. And I think that he needed to have that taken care of beforehand. Then there was the matter that the mom and the situation that he was living in, it wasn't a good environment, I don't think, for him. Being the fact that his parents just got divorced, that he was very antisocial, and people don't remember him. He was kind of a loner or whatever. And so just the whole nerdy thing that people want to, or weird person because he's not wearing the latest clothes or whatever, and him exiling himself from school and school exiling him from themselves from him, wasn't even helping the situation even more. He was this really wealthy kid. He grew up in a $1.5 million home. His mom was turning into a doomsday fortress with canned foods and a lot of arsenal, just in case that the world came to an end. And so that situation wasn't helping him. She used to take him and his brother to gun ranges and start to learn how to shoot. So that's why he was so good at shooting, so well at shooting. Just all that stuff doesn't help. Then there's the issue with the gun control. There's the issue with mental health and how we prevent people with those issues to do stuff like this. And it's just really sad to see this happen. And I know there's a lot more people on here on YouTube and on the news stations that talk about this and say this and that, but they're going to have more information than I am going to have on this, but this is just my views that I feel as though it was wrong with this situation. I'm not going to talk about the actual gun shooting because we already know what happened. We don't need to go into deeper detail of what happened because it's just a tragic thing to happen. But my only thing is the gun control needs to change. Even more needs to change is mental health access that we give to people in this country, and making sure that and preventing them from being able to do stuff like this and seeing what is their problem. And then the way how people, the bullies or like the populars, or just how kids see what normal is. People think normal is this one particular thing, but we learn that everyone is unique and everyone is an individual. And so what we need to do as a country is redefine what normal is and realize that normal isn't this cookie cutter image that people want it to be and box it in, and anyone else outside of it is an outsider, because what we see is there's a whole bunch of these tech geeks out there. I mean, you see, I'm putting in quotes because whatever you want to call them, they're still people and they don't deserve to be treated anything any way differently. And that's what happened with this kid. He was treated differently. He exiled himself, but then there was no one there to, try to get to know him really. I mean, he was a part of the tech club, but then again, his school's like, oh, we don't remember him. He was nerdy. He was an outsider. He was weird because he wanted to carry a briefcase. So what if he wanted to carry a briefcase versus a book bag? That's his own individual thing. And that's something that needs to change, is the fact that people need to realize that, even at this young age, these kids need to realize that, and anyone needs to realize that. Just because someone's not this cookie-cutter image that you want them to be, doesn't make them any different. And at the end of the day, we need to realize and open up our minds and see that just because someone is different doesn't make them weird or strange, and just makes them unique. This is AmbeRussell. Subscribe to the show at the bottom. Tell me your comments about this situation. What do you think is the problem? What do you think happened? Do you think he was doing it for attention? What do you guys think? And subscribe to the show, and make sure you guys watch previous videos, and stay tuned. What we have for you guys in the future.